All right, I'm back here with another build series on this 300 Blackout. I've gotten a lot of comments on wanting to see this build. I'm gonna break down exactly what I've got on it, and hopefully I don't miss anything. And if I do, I'm pretty sure you guys will let me know in the comments, hey, you missed on something. Let's break this down and see what I got going on here. Let's start off with the obvious. I had the EOTech XPS3, and let me tell you, the optic is fantastic. It's great. I loved it. I love the way it looked. Actually, I love the way it looked more than it functioned. I have astigmatism in my eye, so I can't see out of that optic. I just could not see the red dot. All I saw was a red blob with a couple dots in it. That's all I can see. I left it on there. I shot it at the range. I thought it was great, but unfortunately, if it doesn't work that well for me, I didn't want to keep it. And one other thing I did not like, I love shake awake. So I like the ability to grab this, turn on the flashlight when I have it on here, and not think about, I gotta turn on the red dot. Plus, I noticed on the EXPS3, you have to hit the button once, kind of to wake it up, and then twice to get the red dot on. At least mine was doing that for some crazy reason. For that reason, I got rid of it. I sold it to a buddy. He doesn't use it for home defense, and he doesn't care about that kind of stuff. I do. I went with the HoloSun 510C and magnifier. So I've got that, and I'm gonna show you, I've got that on another rifle that I built as well down here. I got the HoloSun up here. I've got the M-Bus flip-up sights by Magpul. These sights are great. I haven't even used them, to be honest. Most of it is Aero Precision. The lower's Aero Precision, the upper's Aero Precision, and so is the buffer tube. That's all Aero Precision. I've got the H3 buffer in here with the standard mil-spec spring, and I've got the SB tactical brace on here. I went with the brace because I didn't want to add another extortion fee to what I've already built. Maybe I'll SBR it, I'm not sure. It's not that important to me to have it SBR'd, so I'm not too worried. And I like these. Yes, I'm pretty corny putting these on. It's just aesthetics, that's all it is. These are made by Phase 5. All it is just a pistol brace strap. They come in different colors and whatnot. I like that kind of stuff. I do have the B5 system pistol grip. I like these on there just because of the texture they have on the sides and the front. And then also the B5 safety selector. These safety selectors, what I like to do is before I install everything, and I'll do an install video when I build my next AR. What I like to do on these safety selectors is right before I put the spring in, I like to cut just a small piece of the coil, maybe like 2 coil lengths off. So the safety selector is just really easy to actuate and you're not struggling to do it. For me personally, it allows me to learn better to throw that safety on when I'm not using the rifle and easily flip up. That works out for me, definitely. This trigger in here is a Rise armament. It's the Rise 140. So if you guys know about that, it's pretty budget friendly. It's flat face. I liked it. It works great. I've used it. I think this is my 3rd one that I've used so far. And then the other rifle I have down here, I've got that on that too. Now, this is where things get a little crazy. I have not shot this rifle with this configuration, with this bolt in it. This bolt is made by Bootleg Inc. And there is a setting built on the bolt itself where you can select suppressed or unsuppressed, and then there's 2 more in between, but basically it's suppressed and unsuppressed, and then naturally I'm running this suppressed. I've got it set to the suppressed settings. I don't know how it's gonna run. Well, it's supposed to help cycle the bolt a lot better, but the reason why I bought it, my local gun store recommended it to me, is I didn't want to have all the gas in my face. So that's supposedly going to help with that. So I'm super eager to head to the range and see if this bolt system actually works and eliminates a lot of that gas, so you can enjoy shooting this thing. Up front here on the handrail, I've got White Label Armory handguard. They make this in a 7-inch handguard. This is the only one I've ever seen, the only one I've ever heard of. I've never heard of this company before. I built an AR9 with a White Label Armory handguard and upper and lower. That's how I got into knowing about those. I like them a lot. I like how small they are. Inside here, I've got on the barrel is a Roscoe Bloodline barrel. This barrel has been fantastic. I haven't bought another brand barrel in a couple years. I've tried to buy cheap ones that come with the uppers, and then at the end of the day, I just change it, for that Roscoe barrel. It's a good barrel. It's very accurate. This is a 1x8 twist. So I'm getting a little bit of velocity out of there, you know, for such a short configuration. Then we've got the Dead Air Sandman S. This suppressor is great. I've shot this before. I have nothing bad to say about it, except that it gets extremely hot. So you have to take an oven mitt with you if you're gonna go to the range and wanna switch this between rifles. I've also got this, this magazine that I had laser etched. There's a local guy here in Indiana who does etching, does Cerakote. Yeah, his name is Justin. So if you want more information on, you know, how to get a laser etched magazine, he does tons of different patterns. Fantastic guy, by the way. I wanted to show you my second rifle that I built. This one, I built this in 5.56. And what I'm doing right now is I'm kind of sharing parts between the two. Since I got rid of that EOTech, and this is just days ago that I got rid of it, I'm sharing the 510C. I'm not sure if I'm gonna buy another 510C. I definitely don't want a magnifier on this one, but on this 5.56, I do. And on this 5.56, it's basically almost the same as the 300 Blackout. I've got the lower, the upper, and the buffer tube made by Aero Precision. Speed Tactical brace on here with one of those Phase 5 pistol straps on here as well. I love those things. I'm telling you, I put them on most of the stuff I built, and all the components are almost exactly the same trigger. This MOE grip by Magpul, I put this on here. I like this one for the 5.56. I think just the angle of it was just a little bit better. I didn't think I needed something so compact on a 5.56. I'm not going to be using this for home defense, so I'll be using that 300 Blackout. But what I've got going on here is basically almost the same, except for the handguards made by Odin Works. This handguard, at first when I got it, I kind of didn't like it. It felt kind of rough on the hands, not as smooth as something like that White Label Armory, but I'm just going to keep it. I'm not worried about it too much anymore. I was at first. And then I've got these guys here. If you can see these are finger stops. So I've used hand stops before, and these have been the absolute best. These are made by Ariska, if I'm pronouncing that right. So they're about 30 bucks. They're made of aluminum. They're super small, and definitely for me, I mean, look at my hand, it just goes right in there. It's super comfortable. I mean, if you guys got more questions about it, let me know in the comments, and I'll try to answer every comment that I possibly can. Hey, I appreciate your guys' support. I'm above 1,000 subscribers now because of you guys. I also, if you want to support the channel and see more of this, these builds, you know, support me on Patreon. I've got my link in the bio. So if you guys can hook me up there, that'd be awesome. And I'll keep doing these range reports.